Good morning, students. Let's see the continuity of organic chemistry. We call it is general organic chemistry. General organic chemistry. Okay. In that today we are going to discuss about types of carbon, and hydrogens. Types of carbon and hydrogens. The first type of carbon is primary carbon. What is called primary carbon? So these primary carbon, we can also, primary means we can write like this, primary. Okay, remember this. Primary carbon means the carbon attached to another single carbon atom or no carbon atom is called primary carbon atom or primary carbon, and the hydrogens which are on primary carbon is called primary hydrogens. Let's see the example, the definition of this primary carbon. Suppose this is the carbon. Okay, remember this is the carbon atom. Carbon always shows tetravalency. That means it can able to form 4 bonds. How many bonds? 4 bonds around it. Let's see. Suppose how many bonds are around carbon? 4. How many bonds here? This is double bond, these are single bonds. These are all single bonds. Okay? So 4 bonds. How many bonds here? 3 bonds. How many bonds? 3 bonds. So wherever the carbon in the hydrocarbons, it satisfied tetravalency. That means 4 bonds around the carbon. So if all are single bonds, then we call it is alkanes. Already we discussed about this. So if at least one double bond, that is called as alkenes. So at least one triple bond, that is alkynes. So wherever the carbon present in the organic compounds, it must be satisfied tetravalency. That means 4 bonds around it. Okay, remember this. So suppose alkanes all are single bonds. What is the general formula? CnH2n plus 2. For alkenes, Cn H2n. For alkynes, Cn H2n minus 2, where n is equals to 1, 2, 3 so, and n is equals to 2, 3 and so on. N is equals to 2, 3 and so on, where n is equals to number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms. Here also same, number of carbon atoms. You should remember here, wherever the carbon present in the organic compounds or the compounds, it must be satisfied with tetravalency. Tetra means 4 bonds around the carbon. Remember this. Okay. So now let's come to that definition. So what is primary carbon? Primary carbon means a carbon which is bonded with single carbon or no carbon is called as primary carbon. Let's see the example. Suppose this is the carbon. Now it can bond with one carbon. So let's take this carbon already bonded with this carbon. Am I right? Then how many bonds it need? 2 bonds. So now there are 3 bonds, right? Suppose it is 1 hydrogen. This is 1 hydrogen. This is 1 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are enough or not? Tetravalency is satisfied. Okay. So for come to this carbon having only 1 bond with this carbon. So now this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Tetravalency satisfied or not? So now this carbon only bonded with single carbon. Am I right? This carbon only bonded with single carbon. So this carbon is called as primary carbon. Primary carbon. If we come to this carbon is also only bonded with this single carbon only. So it is also here primary carbon. Primary carbon means a carbon bonded with single carbon. Okay, and here it is also bonded with single carbon, so it is also called as primary carbon. Now the hydrogen at primary carbons are called primary hydrogens. Now these 3 hydrogens here, primary hydrogens, and here these 3 hydrogens are called as primary hydrogens. So now number of primary carbon atoms here 1, 2. Am I right? And number of primary hydrogens, how many? Number of primary hydrogens 3 plus 3, 6, clear? 3 plus 3, 6 hydrogens. Number of primary hydrogens 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, clear? So it is primary carbon. Why it is primary carbon? It is bonded with only single. Now why it is primary carbon? It is also bonded with single carbon. Is it clear, students? Suppose okay, so here this carbon not bonded with any other carbon, so we consider as this is also primary carbon. Remember this. Or some other group is there, suppose Cl, chlorine, Cl, so now it is also considered as primary carbon. Remember this. Okay, you should remember this mostly. Okay. And next one, secondary carbon. Secondary carbon and hydrogens. Secondary hydrogens. Okay. Secondary carbon also we can represent like this. Secondary carbon and secondary hydrogens. And secondary hydrogens we can represent like this. Okay, remember this. So now secondary means a carbon atom attached to two other carbon atoms, two other carbon atoms. A carbon atom attached to two other carbon atoms, then the carbon is called as then the carbon is called secondary carbon, and that hydrogens are called as secondary hydrogens. Okay. So a carbon attached with two other carbon atoms, then we call it is secondary carbon. Let's see the example. So this is the carbon. Now this carbon attached with two other carbon atoms. Am I right? This carbon attached with two other carbon atoms. Now write its valency. Now this carbon is bonded with this carbon. So one bond. So now it needs three other bonds. Am I right? Suppose these are the hydrogens. Okay. Come to here. This carbon with one bond, this carbon. So now clear. Now this is with two bonds. So remaining two bonds with single bonds. Am I right? Clear. So this carbon attached with two other carbon atoms. This carbon attached with two other carbon atoms. Am I right? So now this carbon is called as secondary carbon. Okay. Now what about this one? This carbon only bonded with single carbon only. Am I right? This carbon only bonded with single carbon. So now this carbon is called as primary carbon. Now what about this one? This carbon is bonded with only single carbon only. So what we call it is primary carbon. So in this molecule, this is the secondary carbon and these two are primary carbons. Why? This carbon is bonded with two carbon atoms and this is only bonded with single carbon atom. So now number of primary carbons, how many? 1 plus 1, 2. Number of primary hydrogens, how many? These 3. Why? Because these are at primary carbon. 1, 2, 3 hydrogens, 2, 3, 6 hydrogens. Okay. Number of secondary carbon atoms, how many? Only 1. Number of secondary hydrogens, how many? Number of secondary hydrogens. These two hydrogens are present at secondary carbon. So we can write as like this. Okay. Number of primary carbons 2. Number of primary hydrogens 3 plus 3 6. Number of secondary carbons 1. Number of secondary hydrogens 2. Is it clear, students? Did you get the concept of secondary hydrogen and secondary carbon? Primary hydrogen and primary carbon? Clear? Next come to third one, that is tertiary carbon and tertiary hydrogens. We can represent like this, tertiary carbon. Okay, tertiary carbons means the carbon atom attached to three other carbon atoms and that hydrogen are called tertiary hydrogen atoms. Clear? So a carbon atom bonded with three other carbon atoms, then we call it is clearly tertiary carbon. Let's see the example. This is the carbon. Now it can able to bonded with three other carbon atoms. Am I right? Is it clear? This carbon interact with three other carbon atoms, bonded with three other carbon atoms. Let's see the valence of this carbon. Only one bond. So we have to write 3 hydrogens at this carbon to get tetravalency. Tetravalency means, dear students, it can satisfy 4 bonds around it. It may be double bond, triple bond or single bond. Remember this. Okay, clear this one? And now 1, 2, 3 bonds around this carbon and the fourth bond is with hydrogen. Here it is one bond, so it needs 3 other bonds with hydrogens here. Okay, clear? Now this is bonded with 3 other carbon atoms. So now this is called as tertiary carbon. Is it clear, ma, up to? Tertiary carbon. So now what about this one? This carbon is bonded with only single carbon. So we call it is primary carbon. And come to this one, this is only bonded with single carbon atom. So it is called as primary carbon. Primary carbon. Clear? This is only tertiary carbon. Why it is called tertiary carbon? It is bonded with 3 other carbon atoms. Now write number of primary carbons here 1, 2. So now this is also primary carbon, am I right? Number of primary carbons here 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons. Number of primary hydrogens. Count the hydrogen at primary carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 3 6. 6 plus 3 9. 9 hydrogens. Next, number of tertiary hydrogens. Tertiary hydrogen. This is the tertiary carbons. Okay, how many hydrogens are at tertiary carbon? Only 1 hydrogen. Okay, clear? So number of tertiary carbons. How many? This is one tertiary carbon. 1. Clear? Number of tertiary hydrogen means this only. 1 only here. Okay, clear? So a carbon atom attached with 3 other carbon atoms, then it is called tertiary. Okay, clear? Is it clear, man? Next, go to quaternary carbon, or we call it is neocarbon. Quaternary carbon or neocarbon. Okay, let's see. Carbon attached with 4 other carbon atoms. 4 other carbon atoms. Hydrogens at quaternary carbon is called quaternary hydrogens. So quaternary hydrogens can represent as quaternary carbon like this. Okay. So let's see the example. CH3 bond. This is C. This carbon bonded with 4 other carbon atoms. Am I right? Now what is the valence of this carbon? Only 1 here. So it can need 3 other hydrogen atoms. Clear? Now it can need 3 other hydrogen atoms for getting tetravalency. Already it is bonded with 1 carbon. It needs 3 other bonds. Am I right? And this is 1. This is 1. Clear? And this is 1. This is 1. If you clearly observe tetravalency of carbon, this carbon is already in tetravalency 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds with 4 other carbon atoms, and here it is only 1 bonded with this carbon and 3 bonds with 3 other hydrogen atoms. Clear? So now this carbon is called as quaternary carbon or neocarbon. Remember this, neocarbon. Okay, clear? Now what about this one? This carbon bonded with 1 carbon. So we call it is primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. Is it clear, students, up to? Now count number of quaternary carbons. 1. Am I right? Number of quaternary hydrogens here. Quaternary hydrogens. Is there any possibility here? So no quaternary hydrogen possible. Why? Because it is completely bonded with 4 other carbon atoms. So hydrogens at quaternary carbon means not possible. Remember this. Not possible. Why? Because it is bonded with 4 other carbons. Is there any possibility to arrangement of hydrogens at quaternary carbon? No. Why? Because it is completely bonded with 4 carbon atoms. Okay. So number of quaternary hydrogens 0 here. Why? Because no hydrogen around this carbon here. Okay. So number of primary carbons here 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of primary hydrogens here 3, 3, 3. 4 3 12 hydrogens. 12 hydrogens. Clear? Is it clear, students? 3 plus 3 6. 6 plus 3 9. 9 plus 3 12. Okay. So at quaternary carbon no hydrogen. So there is no quaternary hydrogens. Remember this point. Okay. So these are the types of carbons and hydrogens in the molecules. And next one, write the question. Identify the number of, that means types of carbon and hydrogen in the given molecule. Let's see. CH3 bond, CH3 bond, CH3 bond, CH bond, CH3, CH3, and this is CH2. Okay, you should remember carbon always having tetravalency. That is very important point. So this is the structure. Now in that structure I have to identify the secondary, tertiary, primary carbon and hydrogens. So now I can elaborate this structure like this. This is C. How many hydrogens at first carbon? 3 hydrogens. This carbon bonded with this carbon, am I right? This again bonded with 3 other carbon atoms, am I right? And here this carbon consists 3 hydrogen atoms, am I right? Clear, student? Up to this carbon also having 3 other hydrogen atoms, am I right? Clear? So now come to this. This is already bonded with 1 hydrogen, and here it is CH3, H and H, H. Okay. This is again bonded with this carbon, and this is already with 2 hydrogen atoms here, and this is CH3. Clear now up to? This is elaboration structure of this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Okay. So let us come to this one. Now this carbon only attached with a single carbon. So we call it is primary carbon. Primary carbon. Am I right? These hydrogens are called as primary hydrogens. Let us come to here, and this is the carbon which is bonded with 2 other carbon atoms. Am I right? This carbon is bonded with 2 other carbon atoms. So we call it is secondary carbon. Am I right? According to definition, what I told. And come to this one. This carbon is bonded with 1, 2, 3 carbons. So now it is called as tertiary carbon. Am I right? Tertiary carbon. So come to this here. This carbon is bonded with 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So now it is called as quaternary carbon, am I right? Or neocarbon, am I right? Or neocarbon. And what about this one? This is only bonded with single carbon. So we call it is primary carbon, am I right? Clear? So now, is it clear, mark 2? So let's see. Number of quaternary carbons here. Quaternary carbons. This is only 1, am I right? 1. Number of quaternary hydrogens Is there any hydrogen around this carbon atom? So no, 0. So number of tertiary carbons, this is secondary, this is tertiary, am I right? This is tertiary carbon, only 1. Number of tertiary hydrogens, how many? Number of tertiary hydrogens means this is only 1. And number of secondary carbons, this is the secondary carbon, am I right? So this is only bonded with 2 other carbon atoms, so this is called tertiary carbon, so only 1. Number of tertiary hydrogens here, how many? This is the tertiary carbon, it consists of 2 hydrogens here, am I right? Clear? So now 2 hydrogens at tertiary carbon, so number of primary carbons here, this is 1 primary and this is 1 primary here, am I right? Let's see carefully. And what about this one? This is also primary, am I right? It is bonded with only single carbon, am I right? Primary carbon, okay? And this is only bonded with single carbon, so it is also primary carbon. It is only bonded with single carbon here, so it is also primary. Okay, is it clear? So now count how many primary carbons here we have. So this is 1 primary carbon, and this is the second primary, and it is third and fourth and fifth. 5 primary carbons, am I right? 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of primary carbons, 5. Okay, count number of primary hydrogens here. Primary hydrogens here 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 3 12, 12 plus 3 15. So 3, okay, and 3, 4 3 are 12, 12 plus 3 15 hydrogens, okay. So we can represent in this structure, this is primary carbon, this is also primary carbon, and this is also primary, and this is also primary, and this is also primary, this is secondary, this is tertiary, and this is quaternary. Clear in this structure? Clear, ma'am, up to all of you? Okay. Is it clear, all of you? Next, some important groups here. Alkyl groups here we have. CH3 bond means this is called methyl group. Methyl group. Remember this. Don't forget methyl group. Okay. We can also represent in the shortcut manner. Me means methyl, and CH3 bond CH2 bond means this is ethyl group. Okay, we can also write this C2H5 bond C2H5, 2 carbons 5 hydrogen bond C2H5, also called as ethyl group. Is it clear, ma? Up to? So in the shortcut manner we can represent this like this, ethyl. Remember this. Okay. So now come to another one here. Isopropyl means, suppose C this is called isopropyl. So at single carbon two similar groups are there. At this carbon two similar groups are there. Okay, this is called iso. And how many carbons? 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. If 3 carbons are present, what we call it is prop. So iso means at this carbon it consists of two similar groups, CH3. So we call iso it is. And prop means it consists of 3 carbons. Clear? 3 carbons. Prop. Okay, it is add. So isopropyl. So this group. Isopropyl. Okay, remember this. Isopropyl. CH3 bond CH, CH3 bond. Okay, clear? This carbon consists two methyl groups. CH3 is called as methyl groups. Okay, remember this. Isopropyl. Now isobutyl. Isobutyl means CH3 bond, CH3 bond, okay, CH bond, CH2. Let's see. So this is the carbon. It consists of two methyl groups. Same. Am I right? So it is called iso. How many carbons here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means butyl. Isobutyl. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, clear? Isobutyl. That means this group attached to any compound, then we call it is isobutyl group. Isobutyl group. Clear? This is isobutyl. You have to remember. Suppose write isobutyl group, then we have to write CH3, CH3 bond, CH2 bond like this. Okay, isopropyl means this is the symbolic form or group. Okay, remember this. Isobutyl. Okay, and next one. This is called tertiary butyl. This carbon consists with bonded with three other carbon atom, right? This carbon bonded with three other carbon atom. This one bonded with three other carbon. So we call it tertiary carbon, am I right? So we call it is, this group is called as, how many carbons totally? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means butyl. Clear? This carbon bonded with three other carbon atoms. Clear? So it is called tertiary carbon. So tertiary. Total how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. What is the root word? What we call it is butyl. Tertiary butyl group. So this is called tertiary butyl. Remember this. Tertiary. Okay. So isopropyl, isobutyl, tertiary. Okay. Clear. Write the question. Which of the following represents the isopropyl? Option A, CH3 bond. Option B, CH3 CH2 CH3. Option C, CH3 CH3 CH2 bond. Option D, CH3 CH3 bond. Which is the correct answer? What is the isopropyl group here? So this is the correct answer. Okay. So write one more question. Which of the following represents the isobutyl? Option A, CH3 CH2. Option B, CH3 Option C. Clear, students? Are you following or not? Okay. Option C, CH3 CH3 CH3. Option D, CH3. So which is the correct answer? Isobutyl means the structure. Okay. Which of the following represents the next question? Tertiary butyl. Tertiary butyl. Option A, CH3, CH3 bond. Option B, CH3, CH bond, CH3. Option C, listen carefully, CH3, CH3 and CH bond CH2. Option D, CH3, CH2, CH3. So which is the correct one? Iso tertiary butyl here. Tertiary butyl means this is the tertiary carbon which is attached with 3 other carbon atoms. So tertiary carbon having 4 carbons here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So tertiary butyl. This is the answer. Okay. Which of the following represents the methyl group? Methyl group. Option A, CH3, CH2, CH2. Option B, CH3, CH2. Option C, CH3. Option D, Me, Me. So which is the correct one? So methyl group means this one. We can symbol it Me. These two are correct, am I right? Two are correct. Methyl Me or CH3. Remember this. We can use very frequently, and almost all the compounds we have CH3 group mostly in organic compounds. You should remember that. Methyl group means we have to write CH3, and you can identify CH3 is called methyl. So already I discussed from methane. This is formula for methane. Already we discussed. Once see the concept. Methane, alkanes. Remove one hydrogen, then it is CH3. Methane, after loss of one hydrogen, then it is called methyl. And this is ethane, am I right? Ethane, remove one hydrogen from this one. This is remove one hydrogen from here. So this is called ethyl. Ethane, remove one hydrogen, we get ethyl. Methane, remove one hydrogen, we get methyl. This is methane, alkane. Once see alkane compounds. This is ethane. From methane, remove one hydrogen, we get methyl. From ethane, remove one hydrogen, we get ethyl. From propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. Remove one hydrogen here, CH3, CH2, CH2. This is called propyl. Is it clear? From alkanes, remove one hydrogen, we get corresponding alkyls. Okay, these are all called as alkyl groups. These are called as alkyl groups. What we call it is alkyls. Alkyl. From alkanes, these are all called as alkanes. From alkanes, remove one hydrogen, we get alkyls. Now it is methyl, ethyl, propyl. Alkyl simply we can represent like this. R bond means alkyl it is. Remember this. Okay. So now this is the answer. So represents the, which of the following represents the ethyl group? Ethyl group. Let's see the options. So this is ET and CH3 bond CH2. Option C, Me. Option D, CH3. So which is the correct answer? Ethyl means Et or CH3 CH2, or we can also write 2 carbon C2H5. Okay, C2H5 bond means this group can attach to another carbon. Okay, remember this, C2 H5. Okay. Okay students, again we will meet in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.